I just got a cool book in Ross. Come in handy too. It's grab it out of here so I can look at it real quick. I needed something like this too. It's called Jesus in Red. It's just his words. Like they highlight his words, which is something I didn't know I needed because, you know, I'm still doing the Bible thing, always looking at it, reading through it, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and I don't know, man. I don't know about that thing. It's a book written by guys, dudes, men. Pass that thing down, because some of it really like resonates with me, you know, and then it's like other parts of it like I repel from, like mainly the incest and the sacrifice, blood sacrifice. It doesn't sound very God to me, Jesus-y, and a lot of I don't know. Here's the thing. How do we know that book hasn't been fucked with? I'm willing to bet almost anything that it has been, because it's so important to so many people and has so much influence. You know, I jokingly say, like, I don't know King James, I don't trust him, but it's true. Like, I don't know where this thing's coming from. You know, I don't know where it's coming from. So it's like, I don't know. No one can say for a fact, like, and I know it makes people mad, like, oh, it's the word of God. It's like, how do you know? How do you know? That what you have to do is you kind of have to suss it out in yourself. You got to use your the spiritual shit test. You know what I mean? Because you can't just, I don't know. We're critical of so many other things, and we're what's that word I'm looking for? Skeptical. Thank you. Another word lost in my you know. But when it comes to this, it's like, that's the word of God. It's like, is it though? Is it the word of God? How do you know? How do you know? That, you know, like it's true. There's a lot of rabbis that edit that thing. Like, if you look at the editing of your particular, like, book, whatever edition it is, and those guys don't have our best interest in mind. In fact, their best interest is to fuck us over, right? I mean, that's what a lot of it in there is for. I don't know, it just seems like weird, you know? And then, like, but some of it does. Some of it does, like, you can feel there's something there with some of it. I think that's what you kind of have to do. You kind of just have to feel it out yourself instead of just taking someone's word for it. And of course, never ask a Christian this kind of thing. I'll never talk about this because they'll tell you you're going to hell. There's this guy I watch all the time. He's good. He's really good. I like the way he prays. He prays kind of like the way I pray. I was worried about, like, you know, my potty mouth and stuff, because I'm always swearing. I swear when I pray sometimes. I'm like, oh shit, sorry. And someone, I think in the comments of his video, said, the Lord knows you. You know, he knows your quirks, you know, if you know him, you know. He doesn't care about that stuff. He knows how you are. He's not, that stuff doesn't matter to him. And I was like, you know, that I like that. That sounds like right, because he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would, like, make you put $1 in the spiritual tip jar. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So people were giving him kind of a hard time because he would swear. Christians, of course. Here's the deal. Here's what I think it is. For some amount of them, for you know, a percentage of them, however big or small, pedo bus. There we go. That's the one they get on to do all the, they don't have to pay to get on that one. They're just like, oh, we have a package. All right, there you go. Oh, we're going to meet at the drop point over here at Long's where the chair is. But what it is especially with the born again people, a lot of them come from a life of addiction, prostitution, like terrible stuff. They came to AA through maybe the prison system or through a court-ordered thing, or the family got them there. They're getting away from a bad life, and that's awesome. That's awesome. You know, I've known people who were in the program. I actually went to a couple meetings with them. I thought it was kind of weird, felt super uncomfortable, but anyway. So they fear going back to that. They fear going back to that. So because of that, they take everything super, super duper serious. And, you know, the last time I had a run-in with a Christian, like an out Christian, well, there's some in my neighborhood that I'm cool with, and they're cool. There was this woman at a bus stop who was arguing with me. We just got to talking about how to help, and like, yeah, you know, I just try to always help. And she says, well, you don't have to help. And she was saying that because Jesus died for you, you don't have to do like nice things. And I'm like, well, just good deeds, just clean up, you know, trash on the ground. No, you don't have to do that. Don't do that. I'm like, Before her, there was this other girl that I was trapped in a doctor's waiting room with, and she gives me this little cross, and then she starts making me say this prayer with her. I'm like, I'm doing it just because, like, you know, I can't bear to be rude here in this situation, but it's really intrusive. What if I was trying to get something together? They have this thing where, like, they're very aggressive with it, and I feel like a lot of it, they invent their own shit, like the swearing thing. I don't know if that's in the Bible. I know they say do not take the Lord's name in vain, else of the cursing, but to say fuck or shit, or like, it's just that they want to play it super straight, like doing bonus homework, because they don't want to. They fear slipping back into that life of gambling or prostitution or drug addiction or whatever it is. That's what powers maybe some of the insanity, you know? Not for all of them, but maybe for some of them, especially the ones I've met, considering the places I've met them, you know? I think maybe there's some of that. And they're always so ready to judge you, too. A bunch of judgy Jakes and Judys. I don't judge anybody. Nobody. I assess people sometimes, like, is this person trustworthy? You know what I mean? Whatever you assess people for. Judging's a whole different thing. Judging to me is like the final word on something. And you can't really get the final word on something just in a interaction on the street or something. Thank you for letting us all listen to your shitty music. They crank love songs here. It's kind of weird. Stuff like that. Like that stuff is like what a girl would listen to. It could be girls, but dudes listen to that shit too here. And some of it's, you know, reggae. It's cool, right? Or the older reggae anyway. I don't like this pop reggae stuff. Well, that's all it is. It's garbage. It's girl music. It's like, you know, when I was a kid, we used to do that too. But we'd drive around cranking like, you know, King Diamond or The Exploited or something, because, you know, you felt tough or whatever, you know, when you're a kid. You want to get attention, annoy people. That's still annoying, but it doesn't do anything. You don't look tough, you just look fucked. You know what I mean? Alright. I just wanted to get that show you that new Jesus book I got. I have a collection of Bible and other holy books and holy book adjacent kind of things. It's like to keep them, because, you know, if you're in a certain situation, you can use those as weapons. Absolutely as weapons. Not in this world, but in the world you can't see. It affects the world you can't see. Well, actually in this world too, you can probably smack someone in the head with it. So, I mean, you always have options. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.